All right, so how do you validate a citation for the point of law that you care about? Here's where our technology can really make a difference and save you some time. I'm going to show you an example of how to perform a quick search to find only the subsequent cases that cite our opinion for the point of law we care about and weed out everything else from the very beginning so we don't have to spend the time looking at them. So I want to go grab a case. We'll limit it to Texas again. I actually have a saved search here for Texas. I'll run that real quick. Then, you can pick any case here, but just to show you how you can find a case by name again, let's do that. I'm going to look for a Melancon v. State case. So type that in. Now, once I find it here, I'm going to need to open it up and I'm going to need to grab a couple things from it. I'm going to need to use the citation title. Now, when I say this is to run the actual validation search. I need these two items. I need the citation title and the docket number from this case to then build my query. I typically use Notepad as a text editor to do this. I just copy and paste them both of them into it, put them in quotes, and add an OR connector. And Boolean connectors, they actually have to be put in all caps in our system, so keep that in mind. Then I just cut and paste it out of my editor into a key text overlay in the additional filters bar and hit filter results. By including the docket number, it also brings the cases, returns the cases that may have cited our case before it had a published citation title added to it. So keep in mind too, if you ever type these out by hand, make sure you include the periods and the spaces. All right, this is a list of Texas cases citing Melancon v. State, and let's look at a couple of them here. In Edwards v. State, if you look at the document relevance section, you can tell why it was returned by the query. This one was actually pulled because by citing the docket number instead of the citation. You can see that right here. If we look at another one real quick, go to Todd v. State, this one was actually cited by the citation. So kind of gives you an idea why we did it that way. You can also take into account if somebody misquoted a site as well. Like in Texas, sometimes they leave out the 2 zeros. So I might put another OR and do it in quotes without the 2 zeros in front of the 204. Okay. This Melancon v. State actually has a citation and a docket, so that makes it real easy, as we just pointed out. Sometimes you pull cases cited by docket and or the citation. So what do you do if you pull up a case that doesn't have a citation in our database? Our version 1, we're not completely current on updating the new published opinions with a citation title. What we found is the quickest, easiest way to do it is do it over here in Google Scholar. It's free and literally it takes 5 seconds. What you do is you copy out your docket, and it's all you need is the docket number. You copy it, you come over here, you open up Google Scholar real quick, you check the case law out, and for me it's Texas courts. I put the docket in quotes and I hit boom, search. Now I've got it there, and here's the Melancon v. State. One thing, don't just copy it from here. Don't copy the citation from here. Go on into the document itself and copy it, because it has all the spaces and periods, and that makes a difference. So then when you're coming back to craft your validation search, you'll have the citation number as well. All right, so now how do we limit this list to cases citing Melancon for only the legal issue that we care about? Excuse me. So what are the issues? Let me open it up and I'll scroll down through it a little bit, see which ones we want to get. Okay, so we have effective assistance here. If I scroll down a little bit more, you see all these others. That's just a cumulative error. I'll copy that one out and put it over there in the editor as well. So once we have that there, we're going to put this in a concept search. We're going to use the concept filter by concept window here instead of the text-based search in the key. And then we do this so we get all the iterations of this issue automatically without having to craft a bunch of full text queries using synonyms. Let me show you what I mean here. So for the concept search for ineffective assistant results, citing Melancon for this issue, Notice all the different variations over here. Think about how long this would have taken to try to craft all these variations by hand to cover all these unknown synonyms that this thing used automatically. So I hope you can kind of get an idea of what it's doing. Let me show you. I'll open it up, and then right here it's citing Mylacon for ineffective assistance. I'll do it once for the cumulative error as well. So let me clear this out, put in cumulative error. Now it's limited it down, quite a bit more. And as you can see here, again, when I open up, say, the Wappler v. State, you can see why it was brought in. You got cumulative effect. And, that's really pretty much it for how you do it. You just find the issue that you want, put it in a concept search, and there you go. So it's just limiting the amount of cases you have to look at, which again, saving you time, which is money. Something to note about this timeline right up here is that you can actually click in this and go to just the cases that are in that specific date, or you can hover your mouse over one of the bars, click and drag to the right, and you'll see this little green highlighting come out, and you can just release it at that point, and then it'll just pull up the cases that have from that date range, and then you'll notice your little date range icon up in your filters bar. So, that's pretty much it. So whether your initial hit list of these subsequent cases that are citing your case has tens of them or hundreds of them, this is pretty much how you do it.